we're going to be going to www.akc.org. If you already have a dog, you can go here and search for breeds. Please keep in mind they are only going to have full breeds of dogs, so there will be no Labradoodle or Chocolate Lab. There will be a Labrador Retriever and a Poodle, but not a Labradoodle. Also, if you have adopted a pet like we have and maybe they're a mixed breed, just choose one of them. Like ours was an Akita Lab mix, so I'm going to choose Akita. If you don't know what type of dog you want to search for, down here where it says explore by characteristics or group, you can search by size, by if they're hypoallergenic or not, if they're a good family dog, if they're good for apartments. Here are some different groups. The groups that we want to avoid are definitely FSS. That's going to make a couple of this part like almost to where you can't do it. So miscellaneous will make it more difficult, but you're still able to find some information. So let me show you where you find those breed groups here. So I'm going to go here to Akita. And right here, it tells me my breed group. So working group is good. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the Akita to do my presentation over. And right here, I'm going to 2-finger click and choose copy image, and I will paste that into my PowerPoint. And we're going to choose a blank one. We'll add a slide design later. And like I said, let's go ahead and save it as dog, PowerPoint, your initials. Right here for our title, I'm just going to go ahead and type Akita. And for my subtitle, my name. Bye. All right, we are going to be using the notes later. If you do not see the notes part down here, you would just go to View and click Notes. It's kind of like a toggle. You can turn it on, turn it off. We are also going to paste that picture of the dog. So I'm going to make sure I'm not pasting him in any of these placeholders. So I'm going to click outside, or you can even click in the gray area and just do Command V. And again, it does us no good to change anything or move anything around, because when we add a slide design, it's going to change the layout of some of our slides. So we're going to go ahead and just keep that there, and we'll come up with our notes later. You are to add 3 more slides. So go ahead and just click Add New Slide, New Slide, New Slide. Go to slide 4, name it Sources. This is how I am okay with you citing your sources, but you would need to consult your teachers to see if they are okay with it. To get it to give you a link, just press space after org. So feel free to just go ahead and type the name of your dog breed. Okay. So then we're going to click down here for our bullets and type brief description. Enter, and then I'm going to press tab, and that should pop my bullet in. So these next bullets are going to be short. So remember that 7x7 rule, and they're describing your dog breed. So to get that information, I'm going to go here to the AKC website. And here, right here, first we're going to start with some adjectives. So it kind of talks about his temperament here. And if I scroll down a little bit, it talks a little bit more about the Akita. So anything that you find there, and again, I am fine. If you want to, you can select these, copy them, go to your PowerPoint. Now you don't want to paste, because that's going to paste it blue and formatted there. So we want to just just keep the text there. So we're just going to hit keep text only on the next bullet, which is where you talk about the look of the dog. And when you're doing that, think about their distinguishing features. So one thing about Akitas is they have this tail that curls over their backs. They're also a pretty large breed and they're extremely strong. So I'm going to go here. And so kind of like in kind of different ways, it'll talk about the dog. So here's general appearance. I would need to look at the picture and look at the description and come up with something that talks about the look of the dog, stuff like that. So just kind of tell me, if it's a small dog, if it's a toy dog, tell me about its size. It's a real small dog. How big will it probably get? To your PowerPoint, you're not, again, in my notes, I'm going to go into more depth there. I'm going to elaborate on the information. This is not what I would read when I'm presenting. Okay, so go ahead and find that information, and then I'm going to talk about the notes there. For my notes down here, again, to get down here, you're going to go to View and click the Notes box. And it's a pretty small area down there, so if you hover your mouse on that line in between, you can click and drag up and drag back down. All right, so again, I'm not going to read the words, the title. I'm not going to read brief description. I will just, and the C's are reminding me to click. So we're going to add animation later so that these bullet points come in one at a time. So instead of reading courageous, dignified, and profoundly loyal dog originated in Japan, so when I present this, I would say, this dog breed originally came from Japan. The most famous Akita is named Haichiko, a dog who waited at a Japanese train station for 9 years, waiting for his owner who had passed away to return home from work. So again, that kind of reflects his loyalty there. And again, none of that information is up there on the slide. I'm just going to use it when I present. And then I would click, and the second bullet or the third bullet would pop up, and I would say, the Akita is a very large, always alert, and powerful dog. They are a large breed with a thick coat and require daily exercise. You will know when you see an Akita by its tail that curls over its back. So then I'm going to come up with my next bullet here. So I'm going to click, and this is where you're going to come up with a fact about the breed that kind of talks more about what breed group they're in. So I'm going to go back here to the website, and right here I'm going to click on working group. So this right here kind of tells me why these dogs are in this group. I'm going to also look just a little bit more at the Akita and see if I can find a fun fact about them. Some of these might help you here as well. So part of why the Akita is in the working group is they do make great therapy dogs. So Helen Keller actually brought the Akita to the United States to be used as a sightseeing companion. So I'm going to come up with using that information to come up with the talk about the working breed, that it's in the working breed group, and also a fun fact. So your next two bullets, one should talk about why it's in that breed group, and another one should find a fun fact. Now, this website should give you enough information to come up with a fun fact, but if it doesn't and you have to use an additional source, you need to cite that. So this is what I came up with. And again, so I made 2 more bullets just because when I was typing this out, Even though I didn't need to make it a complete sentence, it was still really wordy. So I just cut it into 2 bullets to keep my bullets shorter around that 7-word requirement or that 7-word kind of parameter. So I talk about how they're intelligent and compassionate dogs, and they make great guard dogs and therapy dogs. And then I just added, this is my fun fact there, that Helen Keller brought this breed to the US as a sightseeing dog. You don't have to use a 3rd level bullet like I did. I just kind of thought that we were talking about the great guard dogs and therapy dogs, so I made mine that way. But if yours are just 2nd-level bullets, that's fine. And then down here for my notes, for this 3rd bullet here, I will say, the Akita is a very intelligent and compassionate breed that was bred to assist man. They excel at jobs and therefore are in the working group. Okay, so after I have all of this, I'm going to press enter. And since I have a 3rd-level bullet, I'm going to press and hold shift and strike tab twice. But you just need to strike tab to get yourself popped back out to another 1st-level bullet, because we're done talking about the brief description. On your home ribbon, you can also use this decrease indent as well. All right, so now I'm going to talk about 2 other dogs in the working breed group. So I just typed other working breed group dogs, enter, tab, and I'm going to go to the website here and go up here and click on where it says working group. And I'm just going to choose 2. I'm going to write their names, and then I'm going to copy and paste these pictures with them. So I'm going to use the Alaskan Malamute and the Bernese Mountain Dog. If you're one that struggles with spelling, again, you can copy this. Well, so this is a link, so it might be hard to copy, so you might have to click on it and then copy that, or like right here, I could copy Alaskan Malamute right there. And then there's Bernese Mountain Dog in the text. I would copy it, and then when I paste it, I would make sure I just do the keep text only. And I would just say a little bit about these 2 dogs in my bullets down there. And again, when I paste the picture of the Alaskan Malamute and the Bernese Mountain Dog, I'm going to make sure I don't, so I'm going to 2-finger click, copy image. I'm going to go over here and click outside of the placeholder, so make sure no, my placeholder text is selected, and then just paste it. And here sometimes, for some reason, when you guys paste stuff, the dog and the picture and the text boxes are selected. And so students are like, I don't know what to do. When I move my dog picture, my text box moves with it. You just click. Just click to deselect both. Click here. Again, I'm going to make it smaller. Again, the PowerPoint isn't about the Alaskan Malamute. So I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller there, and then I would add the picture of the Bernese Mountain Dog and probably put it down there. So go ahead and type up your notes for your bullets. Find 2 more dogs in your breed group and get a bullet, a 2nd-level bullet for each dog, and then find a picture of the dogs. And make sure the pictures are on that website.